Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Today I'm going to be doing a quick review on Train to Busan presents Peninsula. Now, this movie, I want to get straight off the bat, is not a sequel to Train to Busan. The director even states it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's one of the criticisms that is cited when people review this movie. They're like, oh, it's not as good as the first. It's not trying to be. It's not emulating the theme or the gravitas of the first. This movie is different to Train to Busan, as in Alien is different to Aliens. This one is a lot more action orientated. The kind of thriller and suspense element isn't as prominent as, say, in the first movie. There is some kind of connecting themes such as family and redemption, but by and large this is more of an action movie. And it's not a direct sequel. It takes place 5 years after the events of the first movie. And while in the prior movie we were told Busan was a safe haven, it is now not. It is now completely overrun by the living dead. A number of survivors and refugees have escaped. One of them being Jun Suk, who is a former soldier. He's played by Gang Dong-won. I have to read the back of the box because I am terrified of butchering the pronunciation. Him, his sister and his brother-in-law escape. However, on the voyage out of the city and out of South Korea, a tragic event happens that completely destroys the dynamic of the family. We cut forward 5 years later, and Jang Suk and his brother-in-law are kind of eking out a meager existence in Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken. And they both come in contact with an individual who is offering them a job to steal money from an armoured truck that's in the peninsula. So the two of them, along with two others, make their way via boat onto the peninsula, and things are going okay until one of the members fucks up, and another event kind of materializes in that they realize there's human survivors in the peninsula, not just zombies. So there's two groups. There's a militia who are very kind of martial and almost pirate-like. They'll kill and other survivors they encounter and take their resources, and they're almost even more dangerous than the zombies. And there is a small family unit made up of two young girls, their mother and a grandfatherly figure, and this kind of plays back into an event that Jun Suk realizes he committed when him and his family were trying to escape. The woman, the mother of the two daughters, was actually trying to get a lift to the port that they were trying to escape. So, in a way, this is Jun Suk's chance at redemption and maybe trying to save this family, even though he couldn't save his prior family. So that's an interesting dynamic that's brought over from the first movie, whereas the father was very selfish in the first movie, trying to protect his family. In this one, this guy realizes his selfishness may have gotten his family killed, and he's trying to save this other one as a result. And he also is trying to bond or try and kind of keep his brother-in-law, who's the last remnant of his original family in life, alive. It's very interesting. If I had to make a comparison to any other movie, this is more like Escape from New York than, say, Dawn of the Dead or Train to Busan. This is very Escape from New York, where you have these random marauders and a totally dilapidated city in different fractions and stuff. And it's cool like that. I enjoy that very post-apocalyptic element. There's even a kind of gladiatorial arena scene, very much like Escape from New York, but instead of Snake having to fight this big giant with a dustbin lid, it's a bunch of refugees having to fight zombies, and there's even a bunch of zombies that have been tethered together into this weird ball of carnivorous monstrosity that just eats everything they get close to. If I had to cite one criticism, it is the digital effects of the cars and some of the kind of, I don't know if I'd call it tidal waves of zombies, but there's essentially massive waves of zombies just marauding through the street. And digital effects, they hold up in some scenes, but the majority they don't. Keep in mind, this is not a big budget movie, and neither was the first one. This is a very kind of a very highbrow indie kind of movie out of South Korea, and the first one was as well. So the budget was used wisely, but obviously they kind of dropped the ball in the likes of the digital cars and vehicles. Again, if you wanted to make another comparison, there's elements to Mad Max in this as well. I do like the chase sequences. I understand why they use digital cars, because some of them were like zombie hordes kind of ripping through the streets and mad maneuvering and kind of having to crash through things. I don't think you could have done something of that scope with that budget in this movie. Maybe like in George Miller's Fury Road you could, but certainly not in this movie. But yeah, the ending is a bit kind of slapdash, but I did enjoy it. If you enjoy zombie movies and apocalypse movies, post-apocalyptic movies, definitely check this one out. If you go in expecting this to be Train to Busan 2, you are going to be disappointed. I will tell you this. That's not saying this is a bad movie. This is just the fact this is a very different beast. As the director says, it's not a sequel. It's set in the same universe. That's why it says Train to Busan presents Peninsula. It doesn't say Train to Busan 2 Peninsula. So yeah, have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? And where would you like the series to go? Leave your answers in the comments below. And yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.